Just 3 wins separate real-life League of Ireland First Division side Cork City from Premier League football. We have absolutely done fantastically here in the Championship. Our board expectation was to not get relegated. And here we are now on the cusp of not just promotion, but automatic promotion. As you can see there, we are 7 points clear of Burnley there, who are down in 3rd place. They can get a maximum of 91 points. Meaning that if we win our next 3 games here, we will be in the Premier League. And as you can see there, we only have 5 games remaining, so surely Burnley will drop points in that time, and we hopefully will win all of our games. And we have quite a decent run in as well. Our fixtures are very favourable, let's just say. But as we've seen time and time again here, not just in this series, but any series we've done, it never tends to be that straightforward. And that will be put to the test in the first game of this episode, up against Luton Town, who are down in 23rd, I believe. Let's see here. Yeah, they're down in 23rd place. I think... No, they're not automatic, or they're not officially relegated yet, I should say, but they could be going down very, very soon. Really hard to believe Coventry are doing that bad in this series, considering they just got promoted to the Premier League in real life, so that's kind of interesting. But anyways, enough of the pleasantries, lads. Let's get into it. The first game of the episode at Kenilworth Road, up against Luton Town. As some of you might have noticed there as well, we are of course still in a title race here in the Championship. Only 2 points behind Wolverhampton Wanderers, but as you probably did notice, I should say, there in the table as well, they do have a game in hand. So I'm not fully focused on gaining automatic promotion by winning the Championship. I think second is kind of more what I'm focused on, or at least sealing second is more what I'm focused on. But if we can win the Championship, then of course that would be fantastic. But Luton Town at the opposite end of the table, they've been a little bit stubborn here so far. Not going to lie, we haven't really had any chances so far. But what an odd club Luton Town are. I mean, the fact that they were in the Premier League only 2 years ago, then to get back-to-back relegations. I haven't actually looked at how they're doing this season in real life. I've actually completely forgotten. Probably should have checked that before coming into this game. But how odd was it to see Kenilworth Road in the Premier League back in the 23-24 season, as Mark Travers has to make a big save there. It just looks so out of place, but in the best way possible. But I thought it looked pretty cool as well. It's nice to see different types of stadiums in the Premier League. And speaking of stadiums that mightn't look like they belong in the Premier League, of course we do play at a very small ground in Turner's Cross. And let's just say we might have to borrow another stadium in Cork whilst Turner's Cross gets some renovations for it if we are in the Premier League next season. But here's Aaron Connolly, who has put us 1-0 up with our very first chance of this game. It's not been the most exciting 45 minutes, or well, 36 minutes technically, in this game. It really hasn't been. There's literally been 2 chances. We just conceded a chance at the other end, and now we've gone right up to the opposition's end and taken the lead here. And it's none other than Aaron Connolly, who had a bit of a rough start to his this third season here in the Championship. I can't bloody speak at the moment. There's something in my eye that's really distracting me, lads. I'm really sorry. It's really feckin' annoying me. Anyways, there we go. I think it was an eyelash or something. Trying to talk and get that out of my eye at the same time was really, really annoying. But what's not really annoying is that Aaron Connolly has given us the lead here. What I was saying was, he's had a bit of an up and down time in the Championship, but I think in the second half of the season, he really has gotten his form back that we saw in League One. And who knows, he might actually be the main man up front for us in the Premier League. At least to start with, I think he will be. I think it's probably a younger backup striker is probably what I'm going to have to go in for in the Premier League if we get there. Look, we're still not there yet, but we've taken a very, very big leap towards it, and we still are on the ball here. Could we get a second goal before the halftime break? Can Ian Gilchrist be the man to get it? Gilchrist! I probably should have kept running with him. Still yet to score a goal with him. He's only ever scored in a sim game. Yeah, I don't know whether I should loan him out again. I really, really don't, Ian Gilchrist. That's something that we'll have to focus on in the summer. I mean, look at that. Look at that side of the stadium there. It just looks so weird. It really, really does. But Dylan Turrell's going to whip in this corner kick here, which Damien McCarthy wins the header from, and Dan James nearly snuck it in, but he hits the side netting. And the halftime whistle blows. We should have been 2-0 up. So unlucky there, but we do have the 1-goal lead going into the second 45 minutes. I got so carried away there at the end of that first half that it actually made me forget to hit record here in the second half until the 60th minute, but thankfully nothing has really happened yet in terms of a Luton Town chance, but they have still had a lot of the ball here in this second 45 minutes. It's actually been quite difficult to get possession back, so that has me slightly nervous here. Of course, they are still playing for their championship lives. I don't think they were officially relegated yet. I'm not going to lie, lads, I couldn't really do the maths in my head. Maths was never my strong point, but I don't think they've been officially relegated yet, but they could be if they lose this game, or could be close to it, I should say, if they lose this game. Dan James there with literally the first chance of this second half. A good save there by the keeper. Excuse me, by the keeper, as I burp mid-sentence. Excuse me. Here's Cathal O'Sullivan, though. 15 minutes to go. Aaron Connolly in again, and he puts it into the corner of the net, and that is surely enough to seal the 3 points here at Kenilworth Road. Aaron Connolly, the main man yet again. Well, it's been him and Dan James this season. Dan James is the outright top scorer, but Aaron Connolly has been chipping in with quite a few goals as well. He got a brace against Sheffield United on Wednesday's episode. He's done it here now against Luton Town, and we are getting closer and closer to sealing our status as a Premier League team. Lads, we're nearly there. We are very nearly there. Burnley drew their last game against Stoke City 1-1. I think that was at Turf Moor. And that means they can now only get a maximum of 86 points, which we are already on. And we have a much better goal difference. So if we get a result here up against Watford, I think it's at home. I've already forgotten. No, it's not. It's away from home. Never mind. So we're away from home at Vicarage Road against Watford, but anything other than a loss will seal our status as a Premier League club. This could be one of the most historic moments in the history of the Championship. Definitely the most historic moment in the history of Cork City here, if we are to get a result against Watford. I've had to put both teams in the away jersey because there was a lot of kick clashes depending on what kit we had on. So yeah, that's why both teams are in their away strip. But we won't focus too much on that. What we need to focus on is getting a result here in this game. Now, obviously, I'm still going to go for the win, but it is nice to know that a draw will be enough. So let's go and do it, lads. Let's seal Cork City's fate as a Premier League club. It's been all Watford here so far, though, in the opening 10 minutes of this game, which is bloody typical, isn't it? Oh, and what's even more typical is that they take the lead here in a game where we only need a bloody draw. It's a really good finish there from Louza. I'm not going to lie, don't really know much about him, but I tell you what, at the moment, we're the bloody losers because Watford have just scored a really great goal here. Okay, look, let's not panic. We're only 10 minutes in, it's not the end of the world, but we need to get our act together here and get a very, very quick equaliser. That's another good ball in there to Doumbia. Or not Johnston, Travers I should say was coming off his line there, but Johnston does really well to intercept that. I mean, Watford aren't really playing for anything at all. I think they're 12th in the Championship, so they're not fighting for promotion, they're not fighting to stay up, and sometimes those teams can be a little bit difficult to come up against because they just play with so much freedom. They really, really do. Here's Gilchrist now with a good ball into O'Sullivan. It's a crunching tackle. We are yet to have any shot on goal in this game so far, and I'm not going to lie, that has me slightly concerned. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't bloody believe it. It's Doumbia. It should be 2-0. Travers with another good save. Are we letting the pressure get to us? This is probably revenge for all the mocking I gave Arsenal in the last episode for bottling, well, seemingly bottling a Premier League title. Of course, they could still win it technically, but they've definitely made it difficult for themselves, and we have made it difficult for ourselves here in terms of getting automatic promotion. But here's Dan James, literally our first chance of the game, and we get a crucial equaliser. How bloody crucial has he been for us this season? Player of the year, no doubt about it. I think that's goal number 26 or maybe 27. I can't remember, but regardless, he has had an unbelievable season, and he's gotten us back on level terms here in a game where, as I said before, we only need a draw to get promotion. Great ball by Aaron Connolly. Cathal O'Sullivan, he's onside. The captain with a magnificent finish that puts us in front here. And that is surely, hopefully enough, to seal promotion for us. Look, there's a long way to go in this second half, but we only need the point, and currently we are getting all three of them. The captain steps up when it matters most. Connolly, who normally scores them, setting this one up. It's a beautiful finish as well. Keeper was never going to keep that one out. And now surely we can say it, lads. Cork City are going to be a Premier League team when this game is all said and done. And you know what? As I nearly lose my voice there, I'm going to make a couple of changes now. Let's bring on Conor Coventry just to get a little bit more discipline in the midfield. Fitzpatrick has been doing really well off the bench lately, so we'll take off Harry Vaughan and bring him on. Do I take off Dylan Turl? No, I'm going to keep him on for now. I feel like I should make another defensive change. I probably will later on. We'll leave it like this for now. I think Coventry coming on is definitely going to shore up that midfield a bit. And Fitzpatrick just feels like more of a goal threat lately than Vaughan. So if we do hit them on the break again, I feel like he'll be a little bit more clinical going forward. Well, a third goal would well and truly seal it. O'Sullivan plays in Aaron Connolly. I think the keeper got a touch. It ends up hitting the post. And they get rid of it here, Watford. But it's been all Cork City since getting that equaliser in the first half. And this second half, we really probably should be winning this game by more than just the one. Here's Dylan Turl, who I very nearly took off. Oh, it lands for Aaron Connolly. Oh my God, how has that not gone in? But the clock is ticking down. Not quick enough for us, but very, very quickly for Watford as they go on the attack now. Coventry looking to chase down Iran Kunda, who plays in a really decent ball there. John Patrick thankfully gets rid of it. It lands at the feet of Dan James, who gives it away. That's not what we want to see. They still have it here. Doumbia, Iran Kunda. Oh, I was trying to switch player there and it wouldn't let me do it. He cuts it back. Why aren't they just taking the shot here? They have done. Oh, what a save. I thought he was going to give a penalty there. How has that not gone in? And we have it here now with 3 minutes to go. Do not lose it, Dan. Just hold on to it. We don't need another goal. We are very, very happy with just keeping this 2-1 lead. Please don't tell me there's going to be much stoppage time. There's only going to be 1 minute. You love to see it. That's it, lads. It's done. Just have a shot. Why not? John Patrick, I tell you what, that nearly went in. But I tell you what is definitely gone in now is Cork City's status as a Premier League team. We have gotten 3 promotions in a row. We won League 2, we won the playoffs in League 1, and we have now sealed automatic promotion here in the Championship. Unbelievable stuff. Probably the favourites to go down coming into this season. And now we have sealed our path to the Premier League. And there is still a championship trophy to play for. It's not very likely that we're going to win it. But regardless of that, we are going up. And would you believe it? Wolves actually lost their most recent game against Birmingham City at home, and that now means that we are top of the league with 3 games left to play. Now, to be fair, they still have that game in hand, Wolverhampton, but this title race is not over yet. I'd kind of half given up on winning the championship. I think my main focus had to just be sealing second place at the very least. I think we definitely made the right decision by focusing on that. But now that we've already sealed promotion, we can now focus on getting this championship title. They've got Leicester City up next. Not going to be an easy game for them. Of course, Leicester beat us in the last episode, but we have Stoke up next, which is a game I really, really don't want to play, lads. I bloody hate playing against Stoke. So you know what? I'm going to give it a quick sim. Hopefully Leicester can do us a favour then against Wolves, and we'll see where we're at with 2 games left to play. And Stoke City still beat us anyway. Honestly, I bloody hate Stoke City so much. No offence if you are a Stoke fan. I've been to Stoke. It's okay. I'm not gonna lie and say it's lovely. It's fine. That's what Stoke is. But I've nothing against Stoke as a place or the people of Stoke. I just bloody hate Stoke City. They're a nightmare to play against in career mode. I thought we might have a chance at winning this game by quick simming it, but unfortunately they have beaten us by 2-0. A team who I certainly don't hate, though, is of course Oxford United, who are our opponents here in the second last game of the season. They're actually fighting to stay up in this championship campaign, just like in real life. I'm actually recording this only a few hours before they play Wrexham tonight, where hopefully Oxford do end up getting the 3 points. Of course, all of you will know by now whether they did or not. But they were actually doing really well in this campaign. There was one stage they were right outside the promotion places, or the playoff places I should say, but now they're fighting to stay up in the championship. I'll give this one a quick sim. Honestly, if we lose this game and it means Oxford stay up, I won't complain about that. I'd normally play this fixture, but we'll give it a quick sim. And yeah, we might have just put the final nail in Oxford United's coffin. That makes me feel kind of bad. I feel like Dennis Law back in the 70s scoring against United, although that goal didn't actually relegate United. That is a myth, but still, you know, it was the closest comparison I could think of. Aaron Connolly gets a brace. Ironically, a player who we had in the Oxford United series back in FC24. So yeah, it looks like Oxford might be going down into League One, which is a real shame. Okay, this is slightly irritating. We have advanced through to the last game of the championship season, but Wolves still have 2 games in hand. So if we win this game against West Brom at Turner's Cross, we won't actually know if we've won the title yet, because if we do beat West Brom, we'll be on 95 points, but if Wolves win their next 2 games, the 2 games they have in hand, they'll be on what? 97 points. So that's really, really irritating, to be honest with you. So I think what I'll do is I'll play the highlights of this West Brom game, and yeah, we'll see what happens then with the title. But it looks like even if we do win it, we're not actually going to be able to celebrate with the trophy, which is really, really frustrating, to be honest. But something that definitely isn't frustrating is that this will be our last game as a championship team. Coming up against West Brom, still potentially a title to play for as well. It's just really annoying that we won't be able to actually celebrate with the championship trophy. I can't really work out why Wolves have 2 games in hand, unless they maybe got to the FA Cup final or something and some of their fixtures had to get moved around. I really, really don't know. I don't think they're playing European football, but I'll be honest with you, I haven't really checked. As you can see there, we are the top scoring team, so we could be finishing top of 2 tables here when this is all said and done, but we're coming up against the Baggies. Let's see if we can finish our championship campaign in style. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, what a save by Mark Travers, who, of course, this is his last game as a loaned-in player. Same with Dan James as well. But, of course, I will be looking to bring both of them back in the summer. Well, to be fair with Mark Travers, there's another goalkeeper I'd like to bring in. But if we can't bring in that keeper, then I will have no problem bringing back Travers on a permanent deal. Here's Mullen, another loaned-in player. But he does still have another year on that loan deal from Torino. So it'll be good that we will still have him in the Premier League. But West Brom now get another attack here. And all they've done with the highlights so far is pass it around like there's no tomorrow. Good interception there by McCarthy. And we now get the next highlight. A solo run here from Aaron Connolly, who is one-on-one with Campbell there. Let's see if we can make something of this. Aaron Connolly. Ball over the top for Vaughan maybe, who tries to win the header, but can't quite get there. Here's O'Sullivan. Gilchrist, come on lad, last game of the championship, let's try and get a goal with him. I honestly think we're never actually going to score a goal ourselves with Ian Gilchrist. It's honestly, it feels like an impossible task here, but he might have an assist for Dan James. Just got caught underneath his feet, easy for me to say, and West Brom end up getting the next attack. Oh no, they don't, we get the next attack, what am I saying? Here's Dan James. For some reason I thought that was going to be a West Brom highlight there. Clearly wasn't paying enough attention. James into Connolly, who puts it into the back of the net, and we take the lead here right at the start of the second half. Potentially a title-winning goal, but hopefully it'll be enough to seal the 3 points. I know I keep saying it, I'm just so gutted we won't actually be able to lift the trophy here if we do end up winning this game. We do get the next highlight here as well, which is a penalty kick from the Dennis Irwin regen, Dylan Turl. Hasn't had many set pieces or penalties to take this season, but let's see here. Can he get the clinching goal? He can! 2-0. A lovely spot kick there from our left back, the grandson of the manager. He's no Nepo player though. He's very much earned his spot in this team, and that should be enough to seal the 3 points here in this game. Surely there's not going to be too many more highlights. Okay, they're going to give us another one here. So, it's really annoying. Sometimes I just want the game to end and they'll add on like 5 more highlights. Oh, they've got Terl Malacia playing for them as well. Of course, the real-life Manchester United player who we all thought was dead there during the 23-24 season. He just seemed to go missing. Oh, great ball. Hakiki can't get there. Come on, ref, blow it up. Oh, my bloody God. I could just jump to result. I really could, but we won't. Last bit of defending to do here. Surely this will be the last highlight of the game. Let's see if we can stop West Brom from pulling one back and making sure we keep a clean sheet here at Turner's Cross. And who knows, as I said, we might have to borrow another stadium next season whilst Turner's Cross gets itself ready for Premier League football. Oh, that's a good ball in, but it's a terrible strike. And that is the final whistle there. So we've done our job. We have won our final game here. The fans looking a little bit miserable there. They're disappointed that they're not going to actually be able to celebrate with the trophy if we do win it. But yeah, look, that's our job done. Our last championship game ends with 3 points. Let's now see if we have indeed won the championship title. Okay, I had a bit of a brain fart earlier. Wolves actually had 3 games left, not 2. That was my bad. My apologies for that. But they actually lost their last game to Queen's Park Rangers away. So they're still on 91 points. They can still get 97 points. But if they drop points against Millwall... Oh no, okay, never mind. I was going to say if they drop points against Millwall, that will confirm our championship title. But Wolves actually do have a better goal difference. So if Millwall beat them, then we'll have the championship title sealed. And yes, we have done it. We actually have won the championship title, even if we're not going to be able to celebrate with the trophy. This is going to sound really bizarre, but there was part of me hoping that we didn't win it, because it's like, what is the point in winning a trophy if you can't even see your team bloody celebrate with it? It's actually so bloody annoying. Oh, but look, I'm focusing way too much on external stuff here. What an achievement this is. And that now means we have won a trophy in every season. We won League 2 in season 1. In season 2 we won the League 1 playoffs, and now we have won the championship here in season 3. 95 points, 2 points clear of Wolves, who have absolutely bottled it. I know they drew against Millwall. I keep clicking on the wrong button there. They drew against Millwall, and they drew against Portsmouth. So Portsmouth, one of the teams that came up with us from League 1, have actually helped us win the championship trophy. That is absolutely insane. But it is ourselves and Wolves going right back up automatically. It's going to be Burnley, Leicester City, Sheffield United and West Ham in the playoffs. And the teams who went down are unfortunately going to be Oxford United. That's disappointing to see. Oxford, of course, are one of our favourite teams here on the channel. So yeah, commiserations to them. Luton Town also going down, and Portsmouth going right back down to League 1 as well at the first attempt. So commiserations to those teams. And it should be very interesting to see which one of those 6 teams comes up with us to the Premier League. In the FA Cup, the final is going to be between Villa and Forest, who of course will be playing each other in the Europa League semi-final in real life very, very soon. The League Cup was won by Man City, defeating Liverpool. The Champions League title is going to be contested between PSG and Man City. Europa League is going to be Forest and Bilbao. And the Conference League final is going to be Inter Milan against Rangers. So hopefully Inter Milan get the job done there. Let's actually sim in a little bit. We'll see who won each of those trophies. We might actually get the parade here. Okay, so we are actually going to celebrate with the trophy. Oh, McCurtain Street is absolutely loving it here. The championship title is in the arms of the Cork City players there. It's on top of the bus. You love to see it. We might not have been able to see us lifting the trophy, but at least we still get the celebration. 3-time Premier Division champions and 3-time League of Ireland First Division champions can now add the FA Championship title to that list as well. So not only are we going up to the Premier League, we are going up as league title winners. You love to see it. It really is a beautiful sight, lads. It really, really is. Cork City winning the EFL Championship. I think I said FA Championship earlier. I'm not going to lie, the cutscene kind of caught me off guard, as you could probably tell. And I'll be honest with you, this title win has caught me off guard as well. I really didn't expect Wolves to bottle those last 2 games, but I'm really, really glad that they did. But now we can officially have a look at who else won the other trophies. So the FA Cup was won by Aston Villa, beating Nottingham Forest on penalties. They haven't had the playoff semi-finals yet, so we will come back to that. They haven't had the Champions League final yet either. Bloody hell. Okay, let's keep advancing here. I always like to see who won the other trophies. So we'll keep advancing on here, and surely now we will know. Okay, we saw there that Forest won the Europa League title, so despite the fact they lost the FA Cup, they have won a European trophy, and they will be playing Champions League football next season. Of course, that could still happen in real life. The bloody Conference League final still hasn't been played. Oh my goodness me. The Champions League final surely has, though. No, it hasn't. Oh my god. Okay, I know this is a bit of a mess here at the moment, lads, but I'm not going to start recording again. Let's just keep going here. Surely now we know who's won. Come on. Champions League. Who got the job done? It was PSG. Get in there. I don't want to see Man City winning it. The real-life Champions League holders have won it here in this career mode as well. And the Conference League was won by Inter Milan. Fair play to them. Rangers losing yet another European final. Commiserations to them. I don't really mean that. I'm bloody delighted. That's great to see. And the championship playoffs was won by West Ham. They beat Leicester there in the final after beating Burnley in the semi-finals. So West Ham United will be joining ourselves and Wolves in the Premier League next season. Let's take a look at the player stats here now at the end of the season. To the surprise of absolutely nobody, Dan James finishes as top scorer. 27 goals in 49 appearances, 9 assists as well, and 26 and 8 of those coming in the championship. There is no doubt in my mind, lads, that the first bit of transfer business we're doing in the summer is bringing Dan James back to Cork City as a permanent player. His experience has been absolutely vital for us in this campaign, and there's no way I couldn't bring him back to the club. So very much looking forward to seeing how he gets on with us in the Premier League. Aaron Connolly, fair play to him. He had a very slow start to the season, but boy did he recover. 22 goals and 8 assists. That is some going there from our, not veteran striker, 28 years old, is still relatively young, but he's a player in the prime of his career, shall we say. And you know what? I think I might give him the nod in the Premier League. I think my thought process for the striker position for next season is I want to bring in a young striker who can be mentored by Aaron Connolly and can eventually take over as the number one striker. And there is somebody I have in mind, and let's just say he's the son of an absolute Premier League legend. So very much looking forward to speaking more about that when we do get into the fourth season. Cathal O'Sullivan, our captain, leading by example, 13 goals and 18 assists. 72 rated at 21 years old, but I really do think, lads, he is going to shoot up in the next couple of years. It might be considered a low enough rating for the Premier League, 72, but time is on his side, so he will still absolutely be the starting man in that position next season. Then we have Harry Vaughan here with 10 goals and 14 assists. He did slow down a little bit towards the end of the season, but I still think he's a very important player and very much looking forward to seeing how he gets on in the Premier League. John Patrick then with 6 and 6. You love to see that. 5 and 3 for Neil Fitzpatrick. 4 and 1 for Dylan Turrell. Charlie McNeil chipping in a little bit there, and a couple of other players getting a goal and a few assists as well. But it's now official, lads, that Cork City are a Premier League team. After getting 3 promotions in a row, we are now in the biggest league in the world, and I'm very, very excited to see how we get on here. And as you can see there on that right-hand side, our first game of the season will be against Brentford. So not an easy game to kick things off here in the Premier League. But now I really want to see how much money we have to deal with, and I will of course also reveal to you the new transfer policy now that we are in the Premier League. Let's see though how much money we have to work with. We have 52 million. Okay, I was a little bit nervous about how much money we were going to have coming into this season, but I am very, very happy with that. Sometimes when you get promoted, they absolutely screw you over with the budget, but we have gotten quite a decent chunk of change there, so I won't complain at all about that. But of course, as I said, now that we are in the Premier League, a new transfer policy will now be in place. So in League 2, we were only allowed to sign players from the League of Ireland. In League 1, we were now able to sign players from Ireland that are playing in different leagues. So if an Irish player was playing in Scotland, for example, he was eligible to be signed. In the Championship, we were able to sign Scottish and Welsh players, as well as Irish and League of Ireland players. And now that we're in the Premier League, we can now sign any player from Europe. So now the restrictions are becoming less and less the more we progress in this series. So I'm very, very excited to see what moves we might be able to make here in our first campaign in the Prem. And the first bit of business I'm doing here is making Dan James a permanent signing. I don't care. I want to get this done ASAP. I think he only has a year left on his contract at Leeds, because I initially wanted to get him on a 2-year loan, but because of his contract length, they would only allow me to get him on a 1-year loan. So I'm going to offer 10 million here, and hopefully that will be enough to bring him in permanently from Ellen Road. It looks like it will be. The Leeds manager has accepted it. It's not Daniel Farke, but we won't care about that. Let's go into the negotiations now and let's get this done. Oh, I'm really excited about this, lads. I didn't expect him to be as amazing as he was. I knew he'd be good for us, Dan James, but he took it to an absolutely incredible level. So, of course, we're going to give him crucial first-team player. Let's try and get him maybe on a 3-year deal. You know what? Let's go 4-year deal. Why not? I always try and get them for the maximum amount possible. And they'll always take a year more or less than what they ask for. So we'll disregard release clause. Wage-wise, I feel like I'm probably going to have to match what he's on. I don't really want to risk putting him on anything less, so let's offer 50,000. And Dan James is officially a permanent Cork City player. One of the best signings I've ever made in terms of a loan signing. Arguably the best loan signing that I've ever made. But now he is a permanent player here at Leeside. But lads, that will do it here for the Season 3 finale of the Cork City Career Mode. And even though we're going into our 4th campaign, in a way, it feels like now the series is only just beginning. Premier League football, I'm absolutely buzzing for it, and I hope you are too. And if you did enjoy this episode, lads, then please do hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel as well, lads. We are on the road to 900 subscribers, and I will talk to you all again very, very soon for the first episode of Season 4 in the Premier League. Take care.